Hello everyone and welcome back to another Power Legends Tycoon video. So there's a lot of Tycoons. You've got the Overpowered Big 3, which consists of Space, Samurai, and Celestial. You've got some weak ones, which are like Chaos and Earth. But you also have some that, while they aren't endgame, they're still really strong, such as Lightning, Frostbite, and the topic of today's video, Underlord. So what I'm going to do for this video is show you guys the best way that I have found to use Underlord, both by itself, alright, so just using the abilities that this Tycoon gives you, and then I'll show you the best way to use it with powers, with backpack permanent powers, alright? So one of the reasons Underlord is currently the 4th strongest Tycoon, stronger than anything else that isn't part of the Big 3, is because it's one of the most versatile Tycoons, alright? In terms of close quarter combat, it excels at close quarter combat, but it's also really good at long range combat if used properly. Because 2 of its moves are close range only, 2 of its moves are are unlimited range moves, and 2 of its moves are mobility moves. So I'm not going to show these moves in order that the Tycoon unlocks them. I've organized the moves so you've got the 2 close range, the 2 long range, and you have the 2 mobility. So the first close range move that you can unlock is Death Spin, which basically makes you a Beyblade. And it does 300 damage total with an 8-second cooldown. So really strong, close range, but you gotta stay, really good move right there in close quarter combat. Next up, Area Slam, which basically uses a Super Saiyan transformation to do 91 damage. It also has a 6-second cooldown, so not as much damage as Death Spin, but it deals damage faster, and it's also a faster cooldown. Then we have the long range moves. First one you unlock is Demon Shot, which does 120 damage total, which means so it fires 3 orbs that do 40 damage total, with a 13-second cooldown. Then we have Underworld Punch. Alright, and I believe this does, which as you can see, creates this little thing here that does 90 damage total, and it's got over a 20-second cooldown. Now, it doesn't look like it does much there, but against players, this move is really good because it stun locks them completely. It won't stun lock NPCs, but it will stun lock players. So, in PvP combat, Underworld Punch is pretty good. Yeah. With a 20-second cooldown. It makes it a really good... It is the ultimate, so it's pretty good. And then we have the mobility moves. We have Unstoppable Charge, which basically dashes you forwards. And it also deals damage. For, with a 6-second cooldown and 35 damage, it's not the best in terms of damage, but it's really good for but it is multi-purpose with it, being a mobility move. You can use it to escape stun locks. And then, finally, we have Shadow Walk, which increases your speed and does give you a little bit of invisibility for a few seconds. And with a 6-second cooldown, it's good for a quick burst of speed. Now, this Tycoon is definitely very strong in close quarter combat, but in terms of long range combat, but let's say your opponent is fighting long range. Now, you can try to get in close and use Death Spin and Area Slam, but let's say he's using like Lightning and is able to outrun you. Well, instead of just trying to focus on getting close to you because then he would easily kill you, you can fight long range too. You can say, now, I'm not going to be able to really demonstrate this because Underworld Punch won't stun lock NPCs, but you can use, like, you can, like, let's say he's, like, over there and, you know, say a lightning user is, you know, keeping his distance and just spamming me with his long-range attacks. You can use Underworld Punch to stun lock him and then use Demon Shot. That will deal a pretty decent amount of damage. And if he's new, that will deal a good chunk of damage in a really short amount of time. Alright? Because the AoE on Demon Shot is pretty good. Yeah, as you can see, that did the full amount of damage and not one of those hit him directly, okay? Definitely a really good move. And also Underworld Punch, you don't have to hit them directly, you can land it next to them and they'll get stun locked anyway. Alright? So yeah, Underworld Punch and then Demon Shot immediately before they use like a dash move to escape it. So yeah, you can basically just sort of spam that, and now they'll keep trying to use it, and if they try to use a move, if they try to use like a slowness move, you can use Unstoppable Charge and basically just stay mobile. You don't have to get in close, you can use Unstoppable Charge. Now you can use Shadow Walk as well, but only if they're using moves that don't slow you down, alright? Like Demon Shot or something, you know? If they're using projectile moves like that, then yeah, use Shadow Walk to increase your speed and make yourself harder to hit. But if they're using moves that do slow you down, don't use Shadow Walk. Because with speed boosting moves, you will get like permanently stun locked. It is a glitch that will eventually get fixed, but yeah. So yeah, you can use, but you know, if they don't use any kind of like slowness abilities, then yeah, you've got a lot of evasion that you can use while hitting them with your own decent area of effect attacks. Alright? So you can definitely fight at long range. So yeah, that's if you can only fight at long range. Like if they're literally keeping themselves at long range and not letting you get close, then yeah, you can definitely counter them. You can definitely still fight them. You aren't completely helpless. Now, if you can get close range, definitely do that. What I recommend is starting off with, like, say, so, you know, if they're, like, say, medium range and you can actually get close to them, hit them with Underworld Punch, then Shadow Walk to get in close. And then once you're close range, you can use Death Spin and Area Slam. If they try to escape, use Unstoppable Charge to catch up to them, and if they're still running away, Demon Shot them. You will deal so much damage in a short amount of time. Now, I'm not doing that super fast because now, that is just with Underlord alone, alright? Now, let's include backpack permanent powers, alright? And I'm only going to include Dark Flames, Electric Stun, and Dark Flames and Electric Stun can both be found in the Tier 2 mystery box, alright? And then I'm also going to include Acid Gas and Acid Rain, which can be found in the Toxic Box Limited. Alright, so yeah, I definitely recommend going for those if you are still able to get the Toxic Box, because, you know, it is limited. If not, though, Dark Flames and Electric Stun work perfectly fine on their own. I'm just showing, you know, the best way currently to use Underlord. Now, if you're wondering why these four specifically, I did make a video putting, you know, all of the backpack abilities. I did make a video putting all the permanent abilities into a tier list, going over which ones are good and which ones are bad. So, you know, when it comes to the permanent abilities, these four are the best ones to include in the combo, and I'm also not including the End or Dark Horde because those are pretty much just one-shots. Alright, you don't need a combo to one-shot with those, okay? Okay, so I reorganized these and I put them in the order in which you use them, alright? Now you can obviously change this order up to make it more comfortable for yourself. This is just, you know, in order of, you know, when you would use them. So, you know, like I said, start with Underworld Punch, and then once, you know, And then, you know, if they escape, you can use Demon Shot and then Acid Rain to slow them down. And while they're slowed down, you can get in close with you know, Charge, then Electric Stun. While they're stunned, Area Slam and Dark Flames. I would definitely say that's the best order in which to use them. So yeah, like I said, definitely combo. Definitely organize these how you feel comfortable. And then I would say put the speed, health, and shield potions up here in your inventory so you can open it up at any time. All right? And then if your health gets low, you can just open it up and then activate, you know, the speed and health potions. But yeah, I would definitely say that that is the best possible combo you can get without one-shots for Underlord, all right? Now, keep in mind, my stats are maxed, and, you know, but yeah. It's basically all I wanted to go over with you guys today, you know, how to be overpowered with Underlord. So yeah, hopefully this helps. So yeah, I guess that's it for today. So hopefully this has helped you. If it has, please be sure to leave a like and hit subscribe, as both of those always help out with the channel. And yeah, with that, my friends, sayonara.